Hey, it's Dan the Meme Man. You know, you only live once, so eat ass, smoke ass, and sled fast.
Go down those escalators, I will call the police on you.
When it comes to an app as ingenious as Instagram, you'll notice there are a few factors that really set it apart from the competition. For instance, the brilliance of the popular page, where striving creators can have their work viewed by millions of people looking to fuel their never-ending hunger for quality entertainment. Or perhaps Instagram stories, where users can display their invigorating lives to their wide assortment of sometimes horrifyingly dedicated followers. Or maybe you enjoy the feature that gives you the ability to stalk your friends' online activity from throughout the day, because, let's be honest, keeping track of the booty pics your brother has liked is really the only pressing matter we're facing right now. Regardless of your preferred pastime, I think one thing is certain. When it comes to what you can do on this app, there is always an abundance of absolute garbage everywhere you turn! All that to say, of course, I was in bed, scrolling through my feed, shamefully trying to sob myself to sleep at 4 in the morning when I came across a peculiar meme man. Dan the Meme Man, to be exact. Now at this point, you may be sitting there in front of your computer, wallowing in a pool of your own drool and Oreo crumbs asking, "Well, who could that be, Jonathan?" And well, kind viewer, you're definitely gonna regret asking that question.
Hi, some of you guys think my content is trash. Well, I'll show you trash. Huh? 10, 9. I want to die.
Me every day. As you can probably tell from the intro, he's a bit of an active lad who's sort of made a living off of his negligent outlook on existence itself, which is really cool and not moronic or insane in the slightest. But, you know, like I said before, as annoying as I find this new breed of internet behavior, it's also proven itself to be really effective in terms of getting views, and I don't see his popularity coming to a halt anytime soon, to say the very least. As it all relates to Dan himself, you may be looking at his stuff thinking he's a bit cocky, annoying, arrogant even. You may think he's the type of person who would be 100% fine with sliding down an actual escalator just out of a carelessness for life alone, and yes, you'd be right. However, I also want to stress that Dan here is a bit similar to our man Supreme Patty, in the sense that he's a bit of a provocateur. You know, the type of kid to get kicked out of Target for doing this?
Alright, I'm Dan the Meme Man, and of course we're gonna play the best song that's ever been created, the most lyrically gifted artist of all time, Lil Pump.
I'm gonna call the police.
I was gonna leave before calling the authorities. Off of the property.
Thing is, this is only the very tip of an extremely exasperating iceberg. Similar to He Who Shall Not Be Named, Lil Dan seems to have an addiction to going out in public and committing felonies on the regular.
You haven't lived until you fucked up a Gucci shop in LA.
At this point, I think it's pretty evident how I feel about that.
Oh, no, it's cool. I'll come back around.
Oh, come on, Jonathan. The guy just dropped his drink at McDonald's. It happens to the best of us. Why are you always fucking hating, you fucking bitch? Well, brain-dead commenter, perhaps you didn't see the part of the video where he goes back through and drops his drink yet again, and again, and despite the manager's best efforts, again.
So if I drop this, you'll call the cops?
Yeah, because you're littering. Can you please get on my boyfriend?
Yeah. Oh. I didn't...
So not only dropping his order a total of 4 times, but also blaming his idiocy on a neurological disorder.
I have Tourette's. I can't help it.
Okay, well please get on my line.
I have no idea what type of grandiose phenomenon could inspire a stunt this oh yeah. But hey, as tired and repetitive as his public feats may be, it's important to note what he's really known for. And that would be his dearest hobby that can only be summed up by the simple tag, sled gang. Oh my god! Why the fuck did he just test it? Let's get it! Now, as you saw in the intro, our man Dan here doesn't only enjoy parading around town acting like a moron, because he also knows there are other ways to gain clout in such perilous times as these. Some more risque, if you will. The kind that can only be described as straight up self-harm. And no, that's not an exaggeration.
Like, this is ridiculous. Are you fucking serious? Don't fucking do this. Don't fucking do this.
You only live once.
Yeah, unless you're. Yeah, you're right. You're gonna fucking die. Talking about I'm 21 years old. You're being stupid as fuck. Slide gang. Get the hell over here.
Slide gang!
Slide gang.
Slide gang! Oh!
It's actually quite remarkable just how often he's able to do this. Time and time again, he brings out the infamous sled, seeks out the most dangerous setting he can think of, then films himself skidding down, seemingly oblivious to any health issue that may bestow his feeble body.
A lemon, a lime, and some stairs? Fuck it. I don't care.
Oh, would you look at that?
Imagine my shock.
I could never do that. I wouldn't want to do that. But we also must be careful not to conflate the word fearless with stupidity. Of course, sledding down a concrete staircase in the dark of night is daring to an extent, but you've also got to be really vapid to even think that that would be a good idea to begin with. Because as Dan knows, clout comes with a price.
Waiting on surgery. It's about to go in. It's asleep right now. Just waiting on surgery right now. It's asleep. Pray for Dan, guys.
The fact of the matter is, you can repeatedly shatter your appendicular bones all you want, but once your actions start to affect other people, I draw the line. Do whatever you want to your own body, man, I couldn't care less. In fact, if this is what Dan likes, more power to him. It's clearly working. Dare I say it, but I would even consider some of it to be funny, or at least, I can see where his appeal comes from. Because when it comes down to it, I can't really say I have anything against Dan as a person. I'm sure he's a nice guy, I'm not here to insist otherwise. He's chosen an idiotic career path of hurting himself, and if that's what he's into, I guess I can't knock that. Am I disappointed in his popularity? Kind of. I mean, that's why I'm making the video. I don't like his stuff. But in a world where Lele Pons, Gabby Hanna, and Jake Paul are all nominated for YouTuber of the Year, it's hard to make the argument against the spread of reactionary humor like Dan's. Take the popular TV show America's Funniest Home Videos, for example. Countless people hurt themselves in hopes of achieving their 5 seconds of fame, yet millions of people tune into it. Stupidity is something people find entertaining, and if Dan the Meme Man wants to be stupid for entertainment purposes, I don't see much of a problem with it. Just don't bother anyone else in the process, I guess? I mean, that's my takeaway. He's a bit of an idiot for that.
Fuck Amy Schumer. I wish there was zero of that bitch on this planet.
You know what, Dan? I take all of that back, actually. I think this could be the start of a very, very beautiful friendship.